Hello, and you're welcome to this first session. This isn't exactly a workout, but is to test your flexibility, your strength, your endurance, so that it's easier for you to measure your progress over a period of time. So I'm going to be putting you through several poses. We're going to do different, standing, sitting, lying down, and all that. I want you to do your best. Try and go as far as you can go in each pose, but don't push yourself further than you can. There is no competition. This is just a test to determine where you are at physically. All right. So try to breathe through it. Don't force yourself into any position. But most importantly, listen carefully to the proper alignment for each of those poses so that you can be sure that you're doing them correctly. All right. So let's get started. We're going to start standing. Okay. All right. So I'll be giving you the name of the poses as we go along so that it makes for easier delivery as we go further. Okay. All right. So when you're standing with your feet planted like this is called a mountain pose. You can do it with your hands at your chest. It helps to center you, to bring your breath under control before you start any movement. All right. Now we're going to start. The first one is called an elevated pose, quite simple. All right. So we're going to, with your feet planted, you're going to raise your hands above your head, but you're going to try and look back. This is going to bring a curve in your back. So only go as far as you can go. Inhale and exhale. Release and release your hand. Okay. The next one is called a tree pose. So this is for balance, also for stamina. So you're going to raise your hand above your head, right? All right. So put your weight on your left leg and then the other one, turn it out to the side and then bring it to your calf. You can bring your hands down if it makes it easier for you. Bring your hands to your chest and gaze forward. Inhale and exhale. If you fall out of this for any reason, just bring yourself back. It's not necessarily about how long you can stay in it, but being able to relax and flow while in it. It seems effortless, but it puts a lot of weight on this leg, which works on your strength and your stamina. So you can do the same on the other side. Your knee is pointed to the side, not in front. So it's pointed to the side, and avoid your ankles and your knee. So let it be on your calf. Okay. Inhale and exhale and release. Okay. This is called a cow face. Don't ask me why it's called that, but it's a shoulder stretch. So you're going to raise your shoulder and put your hand behind. Take the opposite hand and stretch it until your hand is planted in the middle of your back. Now bring this other hand behind with your palms facing out and see if your hands can touch. Feel free to use a towel, a strap, a belt to hold the hands together if they don't reach. But this is it, if they can. So you have the right one on top pointing upwards and the left one down pointing downwards. This helps to stretch your shoulders, stretch your spine, and also helps to correct posture for people that sit too long and they slouch a lot, and also helps to reduce shoulder pain. So release, and we'll do the same thing on the other hand. Now we're going to do a warrior series. I'm going to put you through warrior series. It helps you with your stamina, with your flexibility, opens up your thighs and your legs. Okay. So we're going to start standing. Now we're going to lift your leg up, right? And bring it behind you and turn it out to face this way. So this is the position for a warrior pose. But now you bring a bend in your knees. Don't let your knee pass your toes. It's better for you to be straight down from your knee down. Okay? So now you turn your hips to face forward. Both of your hips are facing forward, but this leg is pointed out. So it helps to open up this hip flexor here. This your inner thigh here. Okay? Now your hands, inhale. Lift your hands up and back. Now you're going to feel the stretch more in your thighs and now on your back as well. So inhale and exhale. Now we're going to switch to warrior two. So from here, you're going to face front and spread your hands straight out in front of you. You haven't moved your legs, just your hands. Okay? So this is called a warrior two pose. So now we're going to do a reverse of this. So when we inhale, you're going to bring your hand down to the side of your leg or even behind it. And then bend this way. It stretches your left side body and kind of elongates it. So inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to come forward. Bring your elbow to your knee. And then stretch your right side body. Don't move your legs. Inhale.
And exhale as you flow from side to side. Back to center, and then we'll switch side. Flow from warrior one to warrior two, reverse and side angle, and then we'll come back to the center.
All right. Then in this position, we're still going to do some hamstring stretches. You're going to stretch the backs of your legs to see how far you can go in them. So take your leg and step back. Comfortable width. You can point this one slightly out. It won't be straight, just slightly out. Like you just took a step, okay? Shouldn't be too far apart. Now, you're going to raise your arms up and inhale. And then you're going to fold over your leg and see if your hands can touch the floor, all right? It's to stretch the back of your legs here and even some part of your left waist. See how much. I'm not going to try and force you into any position, but if your hand can touch, that's fine. If you can't touch the floor, you can keep your hands on your waist, but make sure that this leg is straight. Don't bend it. Well, bend it if you have to, but the aim of it is to stretch the backs of this leg. So even if your hands don't touch, you can keep your hands on your waist or even keep your hand so that it gives you a little bit more momentum. You know, let gravity do some of the work. Okay? So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Lift up, bring your leg back, and we switch sides.
And do the same on the right. Only try to go as far as you can go. Just hang your hand down and return back to the center.
And we're going to do a different one that is called triangle pose. For this one, your main leg is pointed forward and this one is pointed straight. So they're not facing the same side anymore. So hands to shoulder height. This is quite a tough one. So be patient with yourself. And as you inhale, stretch your upper body and exhale, you turn and bring your hand. Anywhere your hand touches like usual is fine. Your knee, your shin, your calf. Don't know, do you see the triangle shape of it? This still stretches the back of this leg, also the back of this one, and the waist on this side. So inhale and exhale. Gradually, don't force yourself. If you have to gradually bring your hands up, push yourself up, and we'll switch sides. Turn this one this way and this one the other way. Okay.
Now we repeat the same on the right. Take it gently, take it gradually, take a deep breath in, and gradually you return back to the center.
This is called a forward bend, forward fold. It's not really like a complicated name per se. So you're going to lift your hands up, inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to fold over your legs. See if your palms touch the floor. As usual, only go as far as you can go. Hands on your knees, hands on your shin, hands on your ankle. Hold your toes or palms planted. Okay? All right. So inhale and exhale. Okay, now we're going to go into a lying on the stomach. This is called prone, lying prone. Okay, all right. So the first thing we're going to do in this position is called a cobra pose. So you're going to lie with your stomach out, your palms under your shoulders, your toes are pointing straight out, Your legs are together. Don't separate. Don't let them fall to the side. Toes up. And then as you inhale, you're going to lift your upper body off the mat. Feel free to bend your arms. Okay. Inhale and exhale. So release your head back down. This is called a cobra pose. And we're going to lift up and back. Touch your toes together. Separate your knees as wide as they can go. Sit on your heels and then try to bring your head or your chest to the mat. This is a resting pose and it's called a child's pose. So at any time in your practice where you're tired or you're out of breath or you feel the need to take a break, you can also take a break in this position. Now we're going to be doing some kneeling poses, okay? Kneeling on our hands and knees to start. We're going to do a spinal warm-up. Separate your legs as wide as your hips. No need for them to be together. And your hands too, as wide as your shoulders. Okay? So when I take it, this is called the cat-cow pose. You're moving from cat and cow, and it's a spinal flow to decompress your spine or to relieve any tension you have on your back or your spine. So when I inhale, I'm going to dip my belly and gaze up. Then when I exhale, I'm going to curve my spine and gaze, see if I can see my navel. And whilst you're doing it, you're tucking your stomach inside. That's what gives you the spinal curve. All right. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Okay. Now we're going to add a shoulder stretch to this position. This is called thread the needle. So imagine that here is the eye of the needle and your hand is the rope. So you're going to pass this hand under your shoulder. Bring the shoulder and the side of your head flat on the mat. Okay. You can straighten your leg, this hand out, or you can bring it to your waist. You're going to feel the stretch on your upper shoulders, and also there's a little twist on your back, which can help to relieve any pain or tension you have there. Inhale and exhale. Bring your hands down and release your hand. And we'll do the same on the other side. Now we'll do the same with the right shoulder and return back to center. From here, we're going to transition to what is called a puppy dog pose. All you have to do is just straighten your hands, your palms way ahead of you. Don't move your legs. And now you're going to bring your jaw or your chest to the mat. This is an extended back stretch. Okay. You can bring your jaw or your forehead and just breathe here. Inhale and exhale. With your palms, rise up first and then release your hands back. We're going to do a little bit of lunge. So bring your left leg forward and bring the knee to align with the ankle. Okay. Point your toes straight out in front of you. So you're going to rise up and lift your hands up. As you lift your hands up, bring your hips down so that you open up your hips. So your hands up, palms facing each other. Inhale. See if you can bend. And exhale. When you exhale now, you're going to straighten. Don't move anything, just straighten your leg back and see if you can touch or fold over or even just point your toes up. This is called the half split, but really opens up your thighs and stretches your hamstrings, those tight muscles behind your legs. Okay. Release. Bring it to meet the other one and we'll switch sides. Tuck your toe, flatten your toe and rise up. Inhale. As you rise up, bring your hips forward and down. Inhale exhale. And as you release, you straighten this leg, bring the toes to point forward, touch if you must, if you can. Try to fold over it, release, and bring back to the center. Okay, so we'll start by bending your right knee inside your left thigh. Try and get this toe to point up. So now we're going to lift hands up, inhale, and exhale. Touch your toes anywhere your hand reaches. If it reaches your knee, that's fine. Your shin, your ankle, or your feet. Inhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. Lift your hands up, release your legs, and we do the other side.
Now we'll fold over the right leg. Only go as low as you can. Be gentle and rise up.
And now we'll do both legs together. So when you inhale, stretch your upper body, and then exhale, fold over. This is a seated forward fold. Seated. Inhale, exhale. If you feel any pain in your back in this position, just feel free to release from it, okay? Down positions. I'm going to lie down on your back. When you're lying down on your back, you make sure your shoulders are planted, which means your palms have to be to your buttocks as you can bring it. Don't force it, just bring it as close as you can. If your hands can touch, better. Now, put your palms facing down. Inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to lift your core off the mat. This is called a bridge pose, right? This is something you're going to be familiar with. If you're going to be working on your core to lose tummy fat, to tone it, it also works on your shoulder by increasing the strength because your shoulder is holding a lot of weight. We can make this dynamic by going up and down. So, inhale, exhale, inhale. You can do that dynamic, or you can just be static and just hold it. Even if your hands don't touch your toes, it's not important. Just your hand is planted so that it's holding your weight. Inhale and exhale. Bring your knees to your chest. You can do side to side so that you can massage your low back. So release and straighten the leg. We're going to bring the right knee to the chest. Clasp your hand here and see how close you can bring it. Point this toe forward so that it acts like a resistance. While you're pulling this one forward, you're not pulling this one up with you. So point it and plant it, okay? Or better still self, put your heels down. Inhale and exhale. Release and we'll switch left. Inhale and exhale. Now release both. Okay, you can bring it back to your chest a bit. Side to side. Inhale and exhale. Back, down. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Push your legs to be wide. Your palms too. And this is the final pose for this session. This is called a corpse pose. It just means you're relaxed and you're still like a corpse. All you're doing here is just breathing. And as you're lying down, you can feel all the different muscles that you work. You can feel the reaction and how they all connect with each other. So when you're able to lie still for a bit, it allows those movements to integrate themselves. Okay. It's essential that this is the most important pose in your practice because if you don't allow yourself this rest and move straight into doing other things, your muscles don't have the time to integrate. It's like the memory is not stored in those your muscles. So it's important that you stay like this at least 5 minutes after your practice so that your body can gather itself together and begin to work on healing your body, on relieving your tension, or whatever the intention of your practice is. So this is also a meditative pose. You can stay here to gather your thoughts, to clear your mind, to be grateful, to or just not even do anything. Just lie there. The only thing you're doing is breathing. You relax everywhere. Don't clench your jaws, release your jaw, relax your eyes, relax your shoulders, relax your back. You can close your eyes and just go inward. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now just breathe normally. Just breathe as normal as you can, as normal as you normally breathe. When you're ready, lift your knees up, turn to one side, and lift yourself. It's important that you don't rush, when you're trying to sit up. Don't be in a hurry because your muscles have actually done some things. Some of them might be feeling sore and tight. So take every movement gently and gradually. And if you have the time, this is, I'm a yoga practitioner. I'm all about intentionality. You can sit here for a while and just close your eyes. Okay. And thank yourself and check in with yourself. How did you feel? Notice the changes in your body. Notice how your muscles are reacting. Notice how even your breath is synced and everything. And thank you for practicing this with me today. I would love to hear feedback from you on how this felt. Are there specific things that were very hard for you to do so that there are always forms of modifications that can enable you do them better. You might need some props, to do some of them. So just let me know. Your feedback is very important. And once again, thank you. And I will see you in the next class. Bye.